you, peaceful waters along the Gulf Coast can erupt in a heartbeat and make it another place where it can be a struggle to survive.
Yeah, big storm surge coming in now.
August 2005. As Hurricane Katrina bears down on the Gulf Coast. In Gulfport, Mississippi, storm chasers take shelter at a Holiday Inn 250 yards from the Gulf of Mexico.
In many ways, Katrina was a Mississippi story, where the eye wall came in. The worst of the surge, the worst of the wind, the worst of everything was really Mississippi and really southern Alabama.
Which means they're in the bullseye of this Category 3 hurricane.
A hurricane is like a tornado on steroids. You're talking about hundreds of miles of coastline that were impacted by the storm, from Louisiana all the way through coastal Mississippi and Alabama.
The first thing that happens is the outer bands, the kind of weaker winds with Katrina, begin to just push the water up. So it's just this pressure, constant pressure on the water.
Well, we're in the lobby here of our hotel. There's chairs float by.
The surge even pushes a car through the hotel lobby's doors.
Every foot of water that's around a car basically takes away 1,500 pounds. So in just 2 feet of water, most cars float away.
The thing that scares me most about that car in the lobby is what might happen if an electrical system shorts out and ignites the gas.
Outside, winds hit 125 miles an hour.
And the wind doesn't let that water go out. So that makes the water a little higher and a little higher. Then finally, the strongest part of the winds comes.
When the storm surge hits 28 feet, water reaches all the way up to the hotel's second floor.
When you talk about a 28-foot storm surge, that's more than has ever been recorded in the United States. It's like a bulldozer.
Hundreds of people died in Mississippi because they didn't think it out ahead of time and didn't get out of the way of the incredible force of the water.
Almost 10 years later along the Gulf, in April 2015, there's a tornado watch in effect and golf ball-sized hail in New Orleans.
This was a big line of thunderstorms that moved through, and probably what we call a bow echo. And basically that means we had this long line of storms that starts to bow out as those strong winds push it along its path.
It's as dark as night, and streetlights are on, even though it's 10:30 in the morning.
I've been in this situation where a storm just gets more and more intense, and I usually stop when the wipers can't wipe off the water fast enough and I can't see.
It's raining so hard, a white-knuckled driver can hardly see the car in front of him.
We saw over 2 inches of rainfall with this storm and winds up to 70 miles per hour, and that's something you don't really see in this time of the day.
A wind gust snaps an electric pole like a twig.
All of these power poles are connected with the lines of electricity running through them. So if one goes down, there's the risk of several others to topple like dominoes.
For me as a storm chaser, what this video captures are like the two things I worry about most when I'm chasing. One is getting squashed by a falling power pole, and the other is to get zapped by down power lines. And you have them both here.
The driver and his car escape unharmed. But just 6 blocks away, the storm is so powerful, it knocks 4 train cars and a dozen shipping containers off the Huey P. Long Bridge. Time to test your wind knowledge. The ground generates friction, which slows wind down. So the higher you go, the faster the wind speed. On to south central Texas near San Antonio. It's May 2015, where a normally calm creek has become a raging river. And storms have already dumped a staggering 20 inches of rain so far this month.
On Saturday alone, before this happened, they had 3 inches of rain. So obviously the creeks and the streams couldn't handle this much water, and they are raging out of control.
Texas has gone through a multi-year drought, and they get this really compact, hardened soil. Doesn't seep down into the soil like you would normally expect it to do. The result then is a flash flood of really epic proportions.
And that flash flood means trouble for this SUV and its driver, an elderly man who tried to cross to the other side of a creek.
I think a lot of the times when you're driving your car, you see a little water across the roadway. Everybody else does it. I don't want to look like a wuss, so you just go.
I think anytime there's water on a road, it's too dangerous, no matter how deep it is. If it's coming up over the middle of your wheel, it's too high.
Oh my God, oh my God.
I can't believe the driver is actually in that vehicle right now.
Somehow, the driver eventually is pulled from the vehicle.
That guy is incredibly lucky. Incredibly. I mean, so many people die in that exact situation.
May 2015 goes down as one of the rainiest months in Texas history. Ever wonder what gives rain its pleasing smell? High-speed cameras capture tiny clouds of aerosols released by a raindrop as it hits the ground. Like a fizzy bubble in a glass of champagne, scientists believe this sends the Earth's distinct smell into the air. Coming up, the long view of weather from space.
Earth looks amazing, totally naked and natural.
Stay up with the latest on all our shows and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.